to see everyone. How's everyone doing?
Good,
How are you?
good.
Hi.
I'm doing really well. I mean, what are you all thinking? Like the movie's called Do Not Enter. Like, what are you thinking?
It's just a sign.
No, I do want to ask, Jake, I did want to kind of ask you, like, I'm a big, like, I love that script to screen journey. I like when you eventually get this script, but then, like, you can, envision as much as you can in your head, but it only gets real when you get there, right? So, what was that like for you officially getting there to film this movie after reading the script, that script to screen journey?
It was really cool. We were talking about the building that we used as the Paragon Hotel was massive. Like the scope of it was insane. I've never been in a building like that before, and we were shooting at night, so it was definitely leaned into it being creepy and scary. And we had a great production design team that just like added on to that and really like made that come alive. So it was cool. I mean, anytime you get to like go from seeing the words to being on set is super special. So yeah, it was fun.
Absolutely. Francesca, good to see you again.
Good to see
And
you.
I did kind of want to ask, like, it's all storytelling at the end of the day, but when you like are on something like this and you've done, slice of life and you've done sci-fi and everything, how separate are past things compared to something like this? Like, do you bring kind of preparations or mindsets from other things you worked on, even though the genres are different, to something like Do Not Enter? They're completely
Mhm.
separate once you wrap them.
This one was interesting because I had literally I wrapped a movie the day before I traveled to come to
Mhm.
this one. I was doing an Amazon movie called Musica, which was a like musical rom-com. And then I literally flew to LA for one day, repacked, and then went straight to Bulgaria. So there wasn't really too much time. All the prep for me was when we got there and when we were all in this room together, like reading through the script and working on it and rehearsing. And for this one, because this one really was just like every day was a new adventure, and there wasn't really a lot of time to think on past projects in this one. It was kind of just like it felt like we were on the adventure with our characters. Like you're just going and you're seeing what's working and what's not, and you're trying new things. And I was lucky enough to get to bring a lot of myself into Cora, so it was an easy pair of shoes to kind of fit into.
Adeline, it's good to see you again.
Lovely to see you.
And I did want to say what I find really interesting about this film is having nothing to do with the horror aspect, the survival aspect. The stakes are high. You know what I mean? At some point, it's kind of this point of no return for all your characters, and the stakes are high, right? Like, are they going to get out of here? Who's going to survive? Like, all of that. You've worked on projects like that in the past where the stakes are high, right? The Resident Evil, you're going to be in a new Mortal Kombat movie. What is that like working on those high paced, stakes are high films and TV shows, right? Even though they're not necessarily always horror, but they're thriller, but like, and they're maybe crime and action. But what's that like for you? These high stakes, so to speak.
Yeah. What's it like? I mean, it's always exciting. They're all high stakes, but the stakes are different, right, for each
Mhm.
character. So something else is on the line every time you approach a new project. And so it's trying to make that personal, make that real for you. In this case, it was just fun because, I got to play a human being. I played Leanne, who is the girlfriend of Rick. She's in this group with some very close friends, and they go on this adventure. And in some ways, you know, the stakes are high, but she's also kind of putting herself in these situations. It's not something that is happening to her. It's something that she's kind of spearheading and that she's choosing to go on this adventure.
Mhm.
But it was a lot of fun. Yeah, it's always fun. Stressful,
Yeah,
fun.
very stressful. No, I was stressed watching this as well. You know what the hardest thing, Jake, about these films are? It's like, your characters can't hear me just being like, "What are you doing?" You know what I mean? Like that. I think that's like the most
Could have
stressful
used you,
things.
Pete. We could have used you. Yeah.
Yeah.
So Jake, I'm gonna ask you this, but then afterwards, like Francesca and Adeline, I love you both to chime in because I mean, my filmmaker hat is asking you all this question because these are the things I think about. But Jake, there's gonna be a scene we're gonna see in Do Not Enter. It's a couple of, it's a couple of takes. It's like 2-3 minutes, and then we go to the next scene, and it focuses on the coverage and other people. But I know that even though we see 2-3 minutes, right, there's a chance that that scene might have taken you the whole afternoon or like 3-4 days to do. You know what I mean? Even though we just see 2-3 minutes. When those big scenes happen, I'm sure the Order had those as well. Like, do they feel like their own mini movie, mini project, or do they overall feel part of Do Not Enter? I'm curious about that.
No, they definitely feel like a segregated part of the schedule. Like we were talking about, there's a big scene in the Paragon where we get confronted by the rival group, and there's this big confrontation, and I think that alone was just 3 nights of that same scene.
Mhm.
And it always surprises me when you think about, how long it was, and then you see it play out like in the edit, and you're like, oh my gosh, that went by real quick. But that's just like what it takes for these like detailed stuff. I can't imagine, like on these Marvel movies and stuff, they spend like, 4 weeks shooting a minute sequence or something like that. So,
Mhm.
uh, I've never like experienced something like that, but it's just like it's one day at a time, right? You just focus on like what is today or tonight about, and sometimes it's nice to like have that time to sit in a scene and have some time to play around with it and really sink into it. So
Mhm.
I think it's great. It's like a challenge of its own.
Mhm. I mean, Francesca, like Stranger Things, I feel like like some of those like one scene we like I feel like those are like that's like mini movies in mini movies at times. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. And it really is, to a degree, it's kind of like a Groundhog Day experience. Like you're kind of just, you're going in each day and you're doing the same thing over and over, but the camera might be on you or it might not be on you. It might be on someone else. And like Jake said, you're just getting the experience to try a bunch of different things. And we definitely had those days on Stranger Things as well. I think our dinner scene on that show with the parents was like 2 days full of just like me trying to
Wild.
be chickening out about hitting my dad with a bottle. But yeah, it's Jake, you hit the nail on the head. It's like you just get to try different things each time, but you do feel a little insane with the
Mhm.
night shoots on top. You're just repeating and repeating and repeating.
Absolutely. Adeline, do you feel like the scale of something like, the indie horror films, right? Are a lot of them are done low budget and everything. And you look at things like, Mortal Kombat, Resident Evil, where it's like the scales are massive. I feel like there could be like similar, like the scale of horror movies now is so exciting and big right now. Like, what's that like for you working in that genre, like specifically horror movies at a time where there is a big appetite for it? There is this kind of like, they're the biggest things that come out. What's that like for you?
I think it depends. I mean, in terms of like, the scale of horror movies, it really, yeah, it depends if you're working with a studio, depends if it's like an independent movie, depends also where you're shooting it.
Yep.
Um, but it's always fun at the end of the day. I mean, listen, any job, no matter the scale, what's important is that you've got people that you trust, you're working with people that you like, and that you've got really good set etiquette. And so, yeah, in this case, I loved working in Bulgaria. Bulgaria was amazing. Our crew was incredible. The sets were beautiful. I loved our cast. It was a blast to work on this.
Absolutely. I can't wait for people to check out the film via Lionsgate. Quick shout out to my guys in Blitz Berlin who provided a really amazing score for this movie.
Yeah.
Jake, Francesca, Adeline, good to see all of you. Congratulations, and thank you so much for your time.
Thanks, Pete.
Thank you.
Thank you for tuning in to Popternative. Make sure to check out our past episodes of Popternative on YouTube.
This has been an Autograph Communications production.